In the heart of a distant valley, where the world seemed to slow down, nestled a small village called Verdon Hollow. The village was tucked between rolling hills, where wildflowers danced in the breeze and the air was filled with the sweet scent of lavender and pine. It was a place where time had gently passed, leaving the simple beauty of nature untouched. Verdon Hollow was known far and wide for its breathtaking landscapes. Visitors would often travel great distances just to witness the sunrise that bathed the hills in a golden glow, or to hear the songbirds that welcomed the dawn with their melodious tunes. The villagers, proud and kind, had a deep connection with the land, tending to it with care as their ancestors had for generations. Among the villagers was a young woman named Alara, who had grown up in Verdon Hollow. She had always felt a profound bond with the countryside, as if the hills and streams were part of her very soul. Every morning, Alara would rise before the sun and walk along the meandering paths that crisscrossed the village, greeting the day with a smile. Alara's favorite spot was a small clearing by the river, where a solitary oak tree stood tall, its branches reaching out like welcoming arms. She would often sit beneath the tree, listening to the gentle flow of the water and watching the sunlight filter through the leaves. To her, this place was the embodiment of peace and beauty. One day, as Alara sat in her usual spot, she noticed a stranger approaching from the other side of the river. He was a traveler, dusty from the road, with a weary look in his eyes. Alara watched as he crossed the small wooden bridge and made his way towards her. "Good day," the traveler greeted her with a nod. "I've heard tales of this village and its beauty. I've come a long way in search of it." Alara smiled warmly and gestured for him to sit beside her. "You've found it," she said. "This is Verdon Hollow, a place where the land speaks in whispers and the air is filled with serenity." The traveler sighed, a sound that was part relief, part exhaustion. "It is even more beautiful than I imagined. I've traveled through many lands, seen many wonders, but nothing compares to this." As they sat together, Alara spoke of the village, of its history, and the people who lived there. She told him of the seasons, how the hills would change from the vibrant greens of spring to the warm hues of autumn, and how the river never froze, even in the coldest winters. The traveler listened intently, his heart slowly filling with the tranquility that surrounded them. As the sun began to set, casting a soft pink glow over the valley, the traveler turned to Alara. "Thank you for sharing this place with me," he said. "I feel as though I've found something I've been searching for all my life." Alara nodded, understanding. The beauty of this countryside is not just in what you see, but in what you feel. It's a reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary things in life are the simplest. The traveler stayed in Verdon Hollow for many days, exploring its hidden corners and getting to know its people. Each day, he found something new to marvel at: a field of blooming sunflowers, a mist-covered pond at dawn, the laughter of children playing in the meadows. And with each discovery, he felt a deepening sense of peace, as if the beauty of the countryside was slowly healing the weariness of his soul. When it was time for the traveler to leave, he found it difficult to say goodbye. Alara walked with him to the edge of the village, where the road led back to the world beyond the hills. "Will you return?" Alara asked as they stood at the crossroads. The traveler smiled, a look of contentment in his eyes. "I don't think I'll ever truly leave," he replied. "A part of me will always remain here, in this beautiful countryside." And with that, the traveler continued on his journey, carrying with him the peace and beauty of Verdon Hollow. The village, with its rolling hills and whispering winds, remained as it always had, an eternal reminder of the simple, unchanging beauty that could be found in the heart of the countryside.